One thing I will say about paid Instagram ads, I don't know why I'm pointing at you. Like, it got to a point where I had to put in my Instagram bio, no collabs, no promos. Whenever you're scrolling through Instagram and you always see sponsored posts, those are the ads I'm talking about. Hey guys, welcome back to my channel. I hope you're happy to see my face. I'm happy to have you joining me today. So today is the long-awaited video. I did mention that I'll do a finance video and a social media video, basically Instagram. So today's video is going to be how I grew my press-on nail business on Instagram. Okay, one important thing I do want to note is that I started back in 2020, summer 2020, June, July, I think it was. And obviously the Instagram algorithm changes like every few months. We never really know what's going on. So whatever worked for me back then might not be the same as right now. The algorithm is always changing, so bear that in mind. If you do want to delve deeper into all the Instagram algorithm stuff, I would recommend you watch some videos specifically on that, because there's plenty of Instagram expert YouTubers on here. One that I personally watch is a girl called, I think she's called Jade Basin or Beeson, I'm not sure how you pronounce her name, but I'll link her channel below because she delves really deep into the actual algorithm and she keeps you updated on how it's changing. But this video is going to be specifically how I grew my press-on nail business and the strategies I used to get to where I'm at now. I did make some mistakes, so I hope this video will kind of help you avoid those mistakes. I walked so you could run, guys. I just hope you don't repeat the same mistakes that I did, and I hope this video will help you avoid doing that. So like every other brand new page, I started at 0 followers, guys. 0. I think to get my first like 50 followers, I basically followed a bunch of random celebrity accounts, because then you get random follow backs from completely random accounts, and that is not the way to do it. Trust me, I know it's frustrating in the beginning when you just have so little followers, but it's better to grow your audience organically and have people that are actually interested in your business. When starting your business, you really need to think about, where is my business going to be in, let's say, a year's time. That will help you to kind of relax and not stress too much about followers and actually try and build up organically. And the little followers you do have will always be engaged with your content. So yeah, don't be following random accounts. Take your time and actually try and build your following as organically as possible. So when I was setting up my page, one really important thing I did was set up my page as a business Instagram. This is super important because as your business grows and as your followers grow, you need to know who your followers are. So with a business page, it basically means you get to see your follower insights. This means you get to know the age range, where your followers come from, country-wise, what times they're most active, and all of these things can help you with your content and with your growth. If you're targeting like 34-year-olds, but your audience is full of 16-year-olds, then at least then you know that like, no, my audience is not the audience I was targeting, and you can do something to change that. So you really need to know your audience to know what to post. Okay, so now the question is, what did I do to gain followers that are actually interested in press-on nails or just nails in general and want to be engaged with my page? Number one, super easy, hashtags. Hashtags are your best friend when you're first starting out. It's free, it's easy to use, and you can get a lot of exposure. So for me, pretty much every single post I make till this day, I always use hashtags. Hashtags can really increase your visibility. Like, I'm talking 10 to 30% more people can see your post just from hashtags alone. And the most important thing with hashtags, especially that I do, is you need a mixture of like simple hashtags, but also really specific niche hashtags. Guys, I really had to take my time to say that. So what I mean by that is, let's say for instance, you hashtag nails. To get really specific, you need to hashtag something more related to the post. So it could be a picture of pink nails. So you would be like hashtag pink press-on nails or hashtag pink glitter nails, depending on what the picture is. So yeah, have a mixture of good hashtags all related to the press-on nail business world, the nail design world, nail art world, colors, whatever it may be, just put it on there. And honestly, don't shy away from the less popular hashtags, because that is how people are more likely to find you, from those really small niche hashtags. Okay, moving on to the second way I gained followers. This was through giveaways and paid Instagram ads. Whenever you're scrolling through Instagram and you always see sponsored posts, those are the ads I'm talking about. Now, I know as a business, giving away free stuff might be quite daunting, especially as a small business. It's like you're losing out. But But I did this for two reasons. One, to thank my followers for following me. Every time I would reach a milestone like 150 followers, 200 followers, 300 followers, I would have a simple giveaway. But also two, I did this as a way to grow my Instagram even more. So basically the magic lies in your Instagram giveaway rules. So I would always make sure that one of the rules was that they had to share the post onto their story, and that basically meant that I got free exposure on other people's stories. Someone could have like 1,000 followers and they could share my post, and then people come over to my page, check out my page. If they like it, they stay and give me a follow. But also aside from that, when you give away one of your products, that person is also likely to post that product onto their story again, so further exposing your brand and having people come to your page and potentially giving you a follow. And I think I've only done about 4 or maximum 5 giveaways. I don't even think I've done 5. I think I've done 4 giveaways. Yeah, I think I've only ever done 4 giveaways on my press-on nail business journey. But that's because it basically got to a point where I felt like I didn't need to do that anymore and I could use other strategies to grow my page. So where do the paid ads come in? Every time I would host a giveaway, I would spend about 10 to 20 pounds on a paid Instagram ad so that my post was sponsored and it would reach a wider audience, and a bunch of people would obviously join the giveaway because who doesn't love free stuff? And of course I would make sure that another one of the rules was that they had to follow my page, so I would get more followers that way. If they like my page, they would stick around. One thing I will say about paid Instagram ads, I don't know why I'm pointing at you. One thing I would say about paid Instagram ads is don't really advertise for like single nail posts, because it might be a waste of your money. Well, in my experience back then, promoting one post of like one set of nails was not economically friendly. Like the most I would get back from that post is a few hundred likes and maybe 2 to 3 follow backs, but that's about it. So yeah, be careful with what you choose to promote, unless it's a really good post and you're super lucky and you just get a high amount of engagement with your post, and that's fine. But if you're not too confident on that single post, then save your money. Maybe try other ways of getting exposure for your brand. And if you do still decide to go ahead with the paid ad, then I would highly advise that you make your own target audience. So basically, when you set up an advertisement, Instagram lets you either let them choose a target audience for you, or you choose your own target audience. Choose your own target audience, because then you can set your age range, the location, the types of interests that people are into. You can specifically set your audience to people who are interested in nails, nail designs, shopping, anything basically related to nails. You can do that all yourself. So yeah, it will save your money and it will just make it more efficient for you. So try and make your own target audience if you are going to do a paid advertisement. Number 3, guys. I get PTSD from this one. Influencers. So let me do a quick story time. Well, not really story time, but just my experience. So number 3 is influencers. This is how I got a few more followers, but not really the followers I expected. I'll try to make it quick. So the moral of the story is don't get swept up with small influencers. Now, I'm not saying you can't support a small influencer. If you want to give them a free product to shout out to them, by all means do that. But from my experience, there was this one time I got a DM from a smaller influencer who had about 2,000 followers on Instagram, and obviously me at that time with my 150 followers, seeing 2,000 followers was like, I've made it. An influencer with 2,000 followers is DMing me for free products, bets. So I make a few custom nail sets to send out to them so they can try on and post on their story, which was all fine. They did that for me and I was super grateful for that. But then the next thing I know, I'm bombarded with a whole bunch of other smaller influencers DMing me, liking my post, following me. Basically not my target audience at all. And the saddest thing is I had to decline almost all of them. I mean, I won't lie, I didn't learn from this experience at this point. I basically gave away some more free products to about 4 other influencers, and the same thing kept happening. I wasn't reaching my target audience. I was just being bombarded with more and more other influencers, and that led me nowhere. Like, it got to a point where I had to put in my Instagram bio, no collabs, no promo, because it was honestly so much. I couldn't deal. viral. So my advice to you is, if you are going to send to influencers, make sure that their audience are maybe regular people who are actually interested in what the influencer has to promote and not just other influencers. Or even better, I would recommend you go with the giveaway route, because you're still sending out your product, but you're sending it out to regular people, i.e. just people who are not influencers, who are more likely to actually want to shop with you and buy your products. And when they share it on their page, they're also more likely to share it to other people who would be interested in your products and follow you. Whew. Okay, rant over. Number 4. 3, 4? Okay, number 4, guys. This one is super easy and super basic and super obvious. Basically, just share your page. Have friends and family share your page. For me, I didn't really share my page much in the beginning. I was just kind of like, you know, I'm gonna do this myself. I'm gonna grow everything organically and whatnot. But really and truly, having other people sharing your page can do so much, because when my friends and family shared my page, I had follow backs from people I never even thought would follow my page. So yeah, just ask friends and family to share your page. Put it on your other social media. So for example, I always plug my personal nail business on my YouTube, my Instagram, my personal Instagram, Twitter, even though I don't really use Twitter. Yeah, I think that's basically it. Facebook. I also have a business Facebook page, even though I'm also not active on that one as well. But yeah, I always share my Instagram wherever I possibly can. So if you can as well, then don't be afraid to share your page. You never know who could follow you back or how many people could follow you back. And the great thing about Instagram and Facebook is I always suggest pages for you to follow. So if other people are following your page, then you can rest assured that Instagram will also be suggesting your page to other people who it thinks are gonna like your page as well and follow you. Okay, so the next 3 and final points are very important, because these are the things that really and truly got me to where I am right now. I would not be at this point without these 3 points. I would say they are one of the most important. I don't want it to seem like I was always being consistent doing all these things. There was one point where I think I was just burnt out and uninspired, where like for a few months or weeks, I can't remember, was it weeks or months? Either way, I went through a time where I just didn't care about my business. Like, things were moving slow, I was uninspired, I was lazy, and I just didn't really care at that point. So yeah, I don't know why I said that. I guess I just wanted to let you know that it's okay to not always be super consistent. And honestly, even recently when I've had the most growth in my business, I've not been super consistent. I have just switched up the way I approach my Instagram, but I'll get into all of that in a second. What I want to talk about is point number 5. I was about to do number 4. Point number 5, business promotional pages. If you've watched my how I started my personal nail video, then you already know that basically the boost in my business came when a super big Black owned business page reposted my work. I did reach out to them and sign up to their mailing list, but I had no idea that they would post me on their Instagram, and basically that is where I got a lot of my followers from. I would say probably about 300 or 400 followers came from that same page, and also the people who bought from me from that same shout out would share their nails onto their stories, and then I'll get more followers from their followers as well. But what I didn't mention, and I don't remember if I did mention, and I'm not going to watch my video back because I don't want to watch myself back, but I don't think I mentioned there was also other big pages that reposted my work. I'll try and find them and kind of put them all in a screen somewhere, and hopefully you can see them. I might do a voiceover, who knows. And for some of them, I won't lie, I don't know how they actually found me, because some of them are quite random. I didn't even reach out to them, but yet they posted my stuff on their page. So I was really grateful and surprised about that. Maybe they found me from the previous shout outs I got, but yeah, they found me and they reposted. So that's basically how I also got some extra followers from that. So the main thing here is reach out to business promotional pages. There's a whole bunch of pages on Instagram dedicated, I feel like I'm repeating myself because I swear I've said this in another video, but there are pages on Instagram dedicated to showcasing businesses. So reach out to those. I'm sure majority of them will be more than happy to share your personal nail business page. And also, if you want to get really specific, I would recommend you reach out to nail pages, because there's a bunch of pages on Instagram dedicated to showing nail designs from random nail artists or nail pages. So reach out to those, because they're always posting other people's people's work, and someday they could post yours. Okay, number 6. Okay, so now we're gonna get into the nitty gritty, the stuff that I've been doing most recently and that has really helped my business. Like, the most followers I've ever got are from these 2 ways: switching up your content quality, or should I say my content quality, or both of us. We can, so what I mean by this is, back then, before I changed my packaging for my press-on nails, I didn't really like my feed post. Like, I was just posting the nails as and when I would make them, or some new designs on my hand or in the boxes. But overall, I wasn't really happy with my content. I wasn't really happy with how it looked on my feed. Like, it just looked a bit haphazard, I don't know, a bit boring. When I would look at other successful press-on nail businesses, like, I really loved their content, because when you would go to their page, you can clearly see their brand and what they're all about. They had like a theme color, they had pictures that you would just know, okay, this is their brand, this is how they take pictures, they have good lighting, like, everything just looks so aesthetically pleasing. And mine just wasn't given that. Mine was given boring, mine was given mundane, the same type of thing, and I was like, no, I need to switch this up. And at this point, I actually reached about 1,000 followers, so I was like, I can't just have 1,000 followers and have boring content. And that is actually what led me to switching up my packaging. Aside from less costs, I also wanted to have a more aesthetically pleasing feed. Yes, that's literally the reason I changed my packaging, was because I wanted it to look pretty on my pictures. If I was to show you my content before and my content now, honestly and truly, which one would you rather click on? Which one would you rather want to buy from? Which one would you want to follow? Yeah, I think we're all thinking the same thing here. So the main thing here is, don't underestimate the power of good quality pictures and videos and content in general. That is what attracts people. People only want to follow or buy from a brand that looks really attractive and appealing. So that's exactly what I did. I basically just changed up everything on my Instagram and made it more visually appealing. And I did notice that more people would follow me whenever they stumbled on my page, because there was actually something to look forward to if they would follow me. And also, because I had better pictures, whenever I would use hashtags, the engagement with those hashtags would be way more, because of just it being a good picture. People would actually click on my post compared to others. I'll try and find a comparison of what my insights were for my hashtags before I switched up my content and after, and you will see the difference. So the main point with this one is, give people a reason to actually follow you. If you look at pages with a lot of followers, there is a reason they have a lot of followers. They post interesting content. Try and play around with your content. Switch up the lighting, the angles, the type of picture, like any of these things that will make your picture better. Try and do that, because trust me, it's worth it. People will have a reason to stay on your page. Okay, number 7. This one right here, guys. This one right here is exactly what got me to this point right now. Like, this is the one where I have seen the most growth and engagement, and that is Instagram Reels. Again, I will say Instagram is not the same now as it was back then. The algorithm has completely changed. So at the moment, I'm sure you all know that Instagram pushes Reels way more than any other type of post you can make on there. So me knowing this, I basically was like, okay, I'm gonna play this game too. Basically started posting a bunch of Reels, and I kid you not, every single time I would post a Reel, I would get like 20 followers each time from that one single Reel. You do have to make sure that your Reels are engaging, captivating, just something that immediately captures the attention of the person watching. Instagram not only shows your Reels to your followers, but mainly it shows it to completely random people, and you need to capture those people's attention, because the more you capture their attention and they like, they engage, is the more your Reel is going to keep blowing up. So yeah, if you don't post a good quality Reel, then I'm not gonna lie, Instagram won't push your Reel at all. It will just remain dead. So take your time with Reels. If you can make really good Reels and post them consistently, then you will just watch your followers increase and increase every single day. So I would say Reels are definitely worth your time and effort. And just because I said they have to be high quality, don't let that put you off from trying. Post whatever Reels you can, because that's how you learn. From there, you'll know what works for you and what doesn't. And when you find what works for you, you won't look back. So invest your time in Reels. So we've reached the end of the video, guys. That is basically every single thing that I did to gain my Instagram followers. Right now, I think I'm on about 1,700, and that could be a lot or a little depending on your perspective. But for me, considering where I started, that is a lot and I'm super proud. Yeah, I hope this video helped you if you're just starting out. If you are following me on Instagram, thank you so much. I appreciate you, and especially if you're subscribed to my YouTube channel and you know me from YouTube, thank you so much. I appreciate every single one of you. If you are starting a brand new press-on nail business, then I wish you all the best and all the success with it. Yeah, bye.